All right, everybody, welcome back to Mr. Hines Explains. Today we're going to talk about the academic vocabulary for the week. I'm going to start by exporting this to Schoology. So remember, you have to hit this little arrow up in the corner, then find, or not to Schoology, to Notability. So click on that, create a new note. Most of you guys know how to do this, but if you don't, just making sure we are aware. Now I'm going to go into Notability. I'm going to open up my new academic vocabulary notes. And today we have 6 terms to talk about, okay? So our first term to talk about is the word contradict. Okay, so if you haven't noticed yet, this this unit this quarter is going to talk a lot about argumentation and like the art of argument. So to contradict is to deny. Oop, my D just decided not to write. Deny that something is true or to disagree with something. So when I contradict you, I'm going to say, hey, I don't think that the thing that you were talking about is true, or I really disagree with what you say. And we use this as a verb, as you can see right here. Another verb that we used to use to talk about when we're talking about disagreeing with someone is use the word negate. So to negate something is to make something invalid. Another word for invalid, if you want to write yourself a little note next to this, is invalid also means untrue. Okay, to make something invalid, oh, excuse me, or in other words, like I said, you are denying, why are my Y's not working? The truth of something. All right. So negate and contradict are very, very similar in terms of what they're talking about. And so ultimately you can use them interchangeably. Okay. Now, the other word that we want to talk about is think about your favorite court drama on TV. And we use this word all the time. It is called an objection. So it's a reason or an argument. Come on. Um, against something else being presented. So something else presented. So basically, when you're making an objection, you're saying, hey, I disagree with you, and here is my side of the story. Here's my argument against your argument. I'm making an objection by having my own argument. Okay? Now, in your second slide of notes, you have 3 more terms. 2 of them are very, very similar. The first one is the word verify. Now I'm going to rewrite that Y because, again, for some reason, I cannot write Y's. So when you verify something, you're just verifying the information. You're checking to see if something is true. And again, it's a verb right there. You're just making sure, like, hey, is this thing that you told me actually correct? That's what we do when we verify. Now, these next 2 terms are both the same word, but they can be used as a noun or a verb, and it is the word advocate or advocate. Usually we say advocate for a noun and an advocate for a verb. An advocate as the noun is someone who publicly represents or supports something. So I would hope that you all know that I'm an advocate for you all. I publicly support you all. I would hope that you knew that. And if you don't, now you know. If I were to advocate for you, I am representing, represent, or to support. Okay, so they are very, very similar in terms of definitions. The main difference here is that one of them is someone who does these things, and the other one is to physically actually do the representing and supporting. Okay, make sure that you've also done the noun and pronoun grammar notes for the week, and I will see you in next week's video.